Hello guys, welcome to Easy Bio. Today's video is going to be focused on blood and specifically the two different types of blood cells, red and white blood cells. Okay, so first, what exactly is blood made of? Blood is made up of three things: plasma, which is a yellowish liquid, red blood cells, which are the cells that you're probably most familiar with, and white blood cells. Blood is really important because it's what transports the necessary nutrients around your body. These include the nutrients, carbon dioxide, and oxygen. In the next video, we're going to take a look at how oxygen is passed around the body and through the organs. But in this video, we will take a look at what allows the oxygen to be passed through the body. You might be able to guess. Red blood cells are really important cells because they are what transport the oxygen around your body. They are so good at carrying oxygen around the body that we call them specialized. This means that they only carry oxygen around the body and have very specific traits that allow them to transport the oxygen even better. Some of these traits include being tiny and flexible, which allows them to squeeze into the capillaries to deliver oxygen, having a lack of a nucleus, which gives them even more space to carry oxygen, and having a biconcave shape, which is also another thing that gives them even more space to carry oxygen. And finally, they have a lot of hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is a type of protein that binds to oxygen and is found in the red blood cells. Hemoglobin binds to oxygen in areas where there is a lot of oxygen, such as the lungs, and when this happens, it forms oxyhemoglobin. When a lot of oxygen is absorbed into the blood is now described as oxygenated blood. It's now a blood filled with oxygen. Ever wondered why your blood is red? That's because it's been filled with oxygen, which makes it become a bright red color. It's not because of the red blood cells. After the oxygen is absorbed into the blood then transports the oxygen around the body and releases it in areas where it is needed. When it is released, it diffuses into the cells. This means that the blood no longer has the oxygen and it is now deoxygenated. Okay, now onto the other type of blood cells, my favorite blood cells, the white blood cells. White blood cells are like the soldiers of the body. They are part of the immune system, which basically destroys any germs that come into the body. The scientific term for germs is pathogens, and there are actually two main types of white blood cells. The two main types are called phagocytes and lymphocytes. They have different ways of destroying the pathogens. The phagocytes undergo a process called phagocytosis, and the lymphocytes use proteins called antibodies. You may be wondering what phagocytosis is. Basically, it's when the phagocytes eat the pathogens. They engulf the pathogens and then digest them. It's kind of scary, but it's also kind of cool. Like I said earlier, the lymphocytes destroy the pathogens using proteins called antibodies. Antibodies are Y-shaped proteins, so they look like the letter Y, and they attach to pathogens in order to destroy them. Antibodies can't just attach any pathogen though. The pathogen needs to be a specific type of pathogen for the antibodies to be able to attach to it. Kind of like how enzymes need an active site, which is specific. White blood cells are one of my favorite things to learn about. If you want to find out more information, I will leave some links in the description down below. If you want something more entertaining yet still informative, I recommend the show Cells at Work, which shows the cells doing their job in a really hilarious yet intelligent way. And that's the end of the video. I hope that you learned and understood more about the red and white blood cells. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below and I will definitely make sure to answer them. Bye!